doing my parts run, okay? You just stay home. Stay in the house, okay? I'm actually in a clock locking in. I got that documentary, world history documentary you can watch and all that, okay? And so I'll be back in about an hour, all right? You just hang out and you got food and water right there. You're all set. I'll be back in an hour, okay? Or less. I got to go buy a spring for that drain snake. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, buying, getting parts for that drain snake. Yeah. Uh-huh. And I'll show everybody what the spring is about later, okay? Right now, we're going to go buy a spring, okay? So, hold down your fort, baby, okay? Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Enjoy the TV show. All right. Well, we got something here. Okay. So, as it turns out, one of these doodads right here, right there, happens to have just the right amount of spring tension we need, I think. Well, we haven't measured it yet. We don't know. We took a rough measurement off of this. Here, check this out. This is for this drain snake. We're doing an antique drain snake. $100 to buy this thing, to add to it. It never had it to begin with. You know, and it's like Robert Shaw Controls wants a bunch of money for these switches, which are their waterproof remote switches, is what it's called. So here what we're doing is we're making one. We're making a remote switch, a waterproof remote. Okay, check out how this works. Okay, stay. Man, sometimes. Okay, so now there's Bean. Oh, here she is. There's Sabrina. Yeah, baby. Just needs to be tightened up with a hammer or something. Here, twist it and make a short stand out of it. Yeah. Okay, now. Okay, we got that set. So what we did here, we got 2 ear syringes. Okay, used junk somebody threw away. Some air tubing for the nebulizers, or not the the nebulizers or the oxygen generators. And then we got a switch, regular paddle switch. Okay, which we glued a nut onto the on side. Okay, so when it's in, it's on. Okay, so now then we got one of these boxes. This is one of those in-use boxes. Okay, now this drain snake, it's got a box mounted on it. It's regular toggle switch. You're supposed to reach around, you know, if you get tangled up in this 5/8 diameter drain snake, you're supposed to reach back behind you and shut it off. Yeah, right. What ends up happening is your buddy, who's smoking a cigarette around the corner, hears you screaming while your arm's being broken in two. While your femur's being cracked. Okay, anyway, or your ulnar, or your, ulnar and flexors are being overflexed, and over-ulnared. Anyway, so here's how this works. We take these, we got our screws here. As it turns out, these has We estimate about 10 kilograms for this right here. See, it's got to push in here. So this goes on there like this, see, and pushes like that. We just estimated about 10 kilograms. But we got to put it together and measure it first. So that's the first thing, putting it together. So we've made this thing for now, a temporary doodah to hold it in place. So the very first thing is we take and mount that switch, like right here, and go ahead and we'll mount it with the other screws when you do, okay, because it'll go right on the other switch. But for right now, to build this thing, we're going to mount it with these screws, the secondary mounting tab screws. See, did you know switches, they all have this, a little tab on the end that gives you a place to mount, to thread right into directly. See, so you can do stuff like this right here. You can mount it right to a cover, or mount it right to anything that you'll hold. You can mount it to a panel that way, see, to use it as a panel switch. Okay, so that's good. That's a temporary, because we'll put those out when we install it. So there we go. Now all we do is take this thingy, take this bulb here. So what we did, see, it's got a specific pressure in there. So when it see here, watch, see. Okay, see, so when you do that, it does that, and then this does that. See? So, you take the bulb with a specific pressure, take this and put it in there like that, smash it down, and then put this lid on. Okay. Okay, there now. You're clicking. Okay, so now we know. See, now all we know is let's just see if it pushes it down. See, it does. Okay, so now we can test it like that. It's closed. Okay, we'll just hold that there. There it is. See, that works. Okay, let's find out what this is. Let's find out what force that operates at. All right, here we go. So we got this thing. We're going to just measure, see how many grams it takes to actuate this thing. Okay, here, let's back it off because we had to get it unstuck. Stupid. Okay, so unsticking, we're at 6K already. 6 kilograms, 6.3. It's pre-more. Let's see, right here, and it's overloaded. So it takes more than 10 kilograms to get that to get that bulb thing to work. But see, it was switching right about there. See, right about 10K. So now the next thing we're going to do here is make a holder for the spring out of something. I think we'll just make it out of this since it's already diametered and all that. Take it apart, get the spring out. Okay, that'll work good. So we need maybe just cut a little cross section off of this to glue to the switch or something, or glue to the lid. So, okay, I guess we'll use a hacksaw blade or something. Okay, switch spring does it. All right, so hacksaw blade, and let's just take a little piece of this off right here. We only need just a little ring to help hold it. So ultimately I want this to be watertight, so I'm going to put a waterproof cover on this thing or something. I'm going to make it sheet metal or something. Okay, now that'll hold the bottom of the spring. Okay, let's make another one for the top of the spring. There's the bottom. And we'll just glue that to the switch. Okay, let's make another one. Now the other side, glue the lid. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we got our two retainers for the top and the bottom of the spring. Okay. So one end, one spring, one end of the spring here, and the other end of the spring there. Boom. This. One end of the spring and the other end of the spring. So one gets attached to the lid and one gets attached to the switch. So let's see, we do that next, huh? What do you say? Get some hot glue, I see. We think this is good to use. Okay, so now torch. Some hot glue. Let's stick a hot glue. We'll just use our torch and we'll go. Alright, so all we got to do here just take a second torch like this so I can heat the hot glue and wipe it on the thing. Get rid of the burrs. Okay. Hot glue, just go all drippy and I can go smudge it on there. Boom. Just like that. Okay. There it is. Now we can, I'll shut the torch off for a second and just, may not even need a top one really. You know what it needs? It needs a little more tension. So it's going to need this piece here. Do that. And we'll cut this piece off and we'll give it a little bit. So give it an extra 1/4 inch push. Yeah. Okay. An extra 1/4 inch of push. So it needs that tiny bit of compression to reach the, probably takes, my scale won't measure it, probably takes more than 10 kilograms of force to actuate this thing. Okay, there's that. Okay, there we go. We're in the money. So let me find something to lay across there to test the whole concept of it. And then we'll proceed to make the cover, make the actual cover that goes on here. And then I got to take the little doodah that comes out of here and put a mouse hole in it so it helps hold it in place. Well, actually clamps it. There's Robbie right there. coming in with it. I hope he's got that snake with him. All right, there it is. That's it. Okay. There it is. It slips, though. There's a decent way to hold it in place here. There it is. Except it's not releasing. Oh no. Probably because the angle of the dangle here. Because it slipped out of kilter. So we could flying, stuff going flying. Alright, we go straight down where it belongs. And it works. Okay, let's go get that snake. See if we've got that snake.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, what's this? Just wondering.
Eat something. I'll bring it over there.
You have it. Okay. I'm working. I'm working on the switch right now.
Okay. As soon as I'm done eating, I'll bring it over.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, okay. Love you. Okay. So the snake is coming. We should put it together. All right. So now for this, we got to find something to make a lid out of. I don't know. We might go ahead and use the lid that came with it. We got this. This was the original lid that goes on there. All we really need is a flat to go on there. This thing ain't gonna do it. Need a regular cover. So we start compiling the tools that make this. Allen. Okay. Allen. So now that's what's closest to it. So it's going to start organizing all these tools. Organizing all the tools. Organizing all the tools. Okay, so what would be the thing? I think maybe I want to be able to put a and what happened to this piece here? Guess I could just put some of this stuff on there, liquid nails. Okay, we could just bond that in there with liquid nails. Oh, yeah. And then that'll dry and hold it on there. Okay, so okay, we'll let that dry there, and that'll hold that in place. Okay, so we got our spring mount and our other spring mount. So now what we want to do is find and it'll work even better once that dries. Works perfect. Perfect. Okay. So now we need a lid. That's all we need now is a lid. What do we find for lid? Well, here's a lid for this thing waiting to happen. Some sheet metal off of that. Old disk drive. Slated to be dismantled anyway. So let's see. All we need is just the top cover. Top cover just snaps on. No. Bottom cover, any cover, any of these. The screwdriver is a little small for this. It's working, so I'm going to keep using it. Do I have a smaller one handy? Yeah, I do actually. Okay, I got my pick to the top or the bottom. I guess we use the bottom some stuff there already. So let's see, I think we'll just take a cross section. Alright, now, so for this job, we're going to go ahead. Well, no, we need to leave that on there while that dries. Okay, so now, for this job though, there's a magnet. We'll just do this right here. Boom, baby. And then, so now, okay, so yeah, we'll just cut a little thing out of that right there. Yeah. Right here. Right on that line right there. Come on, bud. Okay. So now, okay, we're going to trim this off. There, this will be better, this piece. Doesn't have these other pieces on it in the way. Actually, it does too. Should have cut it out of the middle. Okay, then here. Get that. Get the bottom. Get the top. Okay. Alright, so now there's nothing in the way here. So we can just go. Okay, so now, yeah, see there's a full width of it, a full length of it now. And then, so once we do this right here in the seam, right there on that line right there. Okay. All right, so now, so anyway, all right, so now that gives us a lid. All right, let's see. What do we got to measure? Dividers or something. Still, I don't have the rest of the house. I didn't have a space organized for these tools. Got to fix a door, then fix a lock. So many millions of things I got to do, and I only got me. I'm only one person. I can only do so many millions of things at once. And when it gets to 1,000,001, that's when it breaks down. Okay, I just had them right here. They're on the table. How come I can't find them now? Mixed in, blended in, dropped in here. Where? How come they just had the bitches? God. Here, these will work. End up using the fucking junk though. This compass, not even solid. Close enough though for this. So just divide, measure from this edge to the middle. Okay, go like this. On that piece of paper. Okay. And we're gonna, yeah, this edge to the middle is about right. So we're good there. Make sure it's in the middle right there. Okay, now we'll go here from this edge over. There. Okay, we need this side, so we need a solid place to glue to. See this thing? Okay, here. Okay. And here. Double check it. This side. Okay. Not quite there. Yeah, that's about it, actually. Okay, now. Okay, see how that's okay. Now, all we gotta do is glue this piece on right here. Right, I'm right here, Bobby. You got that snack, huh? Right there? No, right there is good. I don't want it in here. No, that's too big to put up in here. Anyway, yeah, see, now I got the video. I can show everybody this hokey ass arrangement on this switch. I'll just cut this up. See?
How late?
They expected you on this manufacturer. They expect you to reach behind you while you're getting tangled up in the bitch to shut it off here.
Right.
So anyway, this switch, that paddle switch. Come in and look at the switch I'm making for this.
What time does the switcher close?
Oh, 10 p.m.?
Okay, cool.
You got money for
We'll
the
go later
dispensary?
and get something.
Oh, okay.
Because I got to go do a song code.
Oh, okay. Now check this switch out. 2 air syringes. Free free, and then some of that tubing for the nebulizers, free. Okay. This spring came out of one of those bathroom scales. It turns out it takes just about just about 10 grams to push that switch back with the spring. After that bulb is put together. So I'm in the process of constructing the lid for this now. While that stuff dries, it's temporary. And then boom. So the spring goes here like this. And when the lid goes on, it pushes down and deactivates the switch.
Okay.
Come on. There it is.
Well, what an engineer.
So,
if you put that spring,
don't step on it. Alright, so we were just getting ready.
If you put that spring right here, I could probably hold it like this.
Well, yeah, it's alright.
So you can put the lid on.
Just getting ready. See, this goes there. See, glue's on there.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then it holds it together. So, that's what we're getting ready to do, is do this.
It's just some swag I got.
Better than nothing. It's something. Wipe some hot glue on there. Place a piece of plastic on there. It's too hot. You gotta let it cool.
That's pretty cool. Did you make that?
No, that's just a pan with a set on the magnet.
Oh, the magnet didn't come with it? That's
No, it's an old cooking pan, old antique cooking pan.
That's what I
All I
thought.
did was put a speaker magnet on the bottom.
Okay.
And it holds the screws
That's
down.
awesome.
Yeah, it works. Hey, if you know where to get more speaker magnets, old dead speakers, we need them for the Space Association.
Okay. If I come across any, I'll get them. But I don't know where to get some now.
We take those magnets and make this stuff out of it right here. We're gonna need about figure 400 kilograms of this stuff.
And what do you do? Just smash the magnets?
Yeah, to make the powder.
Okay.
It's stuck. It's unto itself. Anyway.
So yeah, I'm gonna
see
go
this right
relax a little bit. I gotta take her. She's doctor at 4. I gotta go do the thing after that, and then we can go to the thing.
This is a rough mock-up of one part, the primary, one part of the accelerator.
Okay.
The vorticilla accelerator. So what happens is this gets cut. Okay. Check the spring. Make sure the spring goes on there. Okay, good. All right. So, yeah. So this gets these. Do you know what laminated pole pieces are?
No.
Okay. Well, that's where you got pole material, one after the other, layered like that, and riveted together, and cut to the shape. So imagine this cut to a shape, and a layer after layer after layer. It gets so thick, and you get this place where you can wrap wire. See?
Okay.
That's where the TVs, all the TVs, the old motors, whatever, they all need to be taken apart. The wire stripped out of it, and any extension cords, old dead, whatever, that we can get wire from, and that wire gets made into magnet wire.
Okay.
By coating it with.
And what's it gonna make? Like a generator
varnish
motor or something?
Some high temperature. Actually, I like high temperature epoxy in this case. So yeah, this is a motor.
Okay.
But this is the stator, and this stuff is the armature. So what happens when you energize a magnet? See, let me get a magnet and I'll show you.
Damn, that's a big TV.
Okay, here's the strong mat. I get a piece of paper to isolate it. Okay. Or actually, I can do it right through here. No, actually, you can't because the metal spreads it out and shields it. But in the case when it's a magnet, it'll be like this, like the coil will be like. See what I'm saying? See how it attracts it?
Pretty strong fucking attraction too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just cleaning it off and it wanted to move everywhere.
Yeah. Anyway, see there? And then what happens? See how that rolls like that? This is what we do with the electricity. See, inside on this things, and we make the electricity do that in there. See?
Okay.
All right. In this case, it's doing this though, like that, in gravity this way. See, so. All right. See, the vortex seal. So here's a drill-powered model of it, and I made this thing, but it didn't hold the forces to do the experiment. Plastic, not strong enough, but it was clear, so it served well to demonstrate something called the Euler force, which is that the force of it migrating to the larger size of a taper because of, well, I'm going to lay out a diagram like that. Say you got a centripetal zone.
That's something spinning.
Or, well, yeah, here. Yeah, centrifugal force. You got something spinning here. There we go. Going zip, 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 right? Okay, so it's going to want to be, centrifugal force is going to be doing that to it, right? But it won't be allowed to because because it's trapped by a centripetal zone, causing centripetal force. The centripetal force is either the ball on the string or the bank turn. See what I'm saying? That's what causes the centripetal force is the force that pulls it out of linear motion.
Okay.
So, so the now I'll switch to this. So now this is set up to turn into go in a drill and it spins, right? We can chuck this up right now. That's what we're gonna do. Anyway, so when something is going around, the centrifugal force creates pressure on the centripetal zone, which is causing the centripetal force. Which when that happens, if the here I'll demonstrate it this way. If the centripetal zone, say this is the item causing centrifugal force, and this is the centripetal zone, okay, causing the centripetal force, okay. If this is an angle, it will cause a force. It will migrate along that angle.
Okay.
The steeper the angle, the faster it migrates.
Okay.
Because it is the Coriolis force which is causing it to do it. The Coriolis force is the
never heard of that one.
Coriolis force is the propensity of an object to move away from the. Here, easiest way to explain it. DJ turntable going around and around, right? And when you put a BB, a bulb, a marble, anything on that turntable, it's going to roll away from the center because centrifugal force, the resistance and the load of that BB on there is going to, it's inertia. Okay. While it's trying to have its moment of inertia being put into momentum by the turntable, okay, that momentum is going to start causing a centrifugal force. There's no centripetal zone. Since there's no centripetal force to keep it from moving along there, it will make an arc along that zone as it gains velocity, as it accelerates, and eventually accelerates and goes off. And
it doesn't look like it's moving fast, but when it leaves, it's fast.
Once it leaves it, then it obtains pure linear momentum. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So now, what the vortex seal accelerator does.
You should have a fucking class. No, I mean to teach people.
We are.
Okay.
On YouTube.
Gotcha.
It's going on YouTube. Yeah, this is gonna, as we speak. Actually, not.
I'm not live, am I?
No, I'm
good.
Do it like live, bro. Pretend you're live. Anyway, here I got a drill. We're gonna chuck this up right now. Let me get a wide shot. All right, just come right over here. Thank you for the smoking. I needed that. Some medicine helps me focus.
Well, we can go to the thing right now, but I want to take a break.
Well, I'm tired.
Yeah, let's do this. And later on, we can go up there and do that.
Yeah. So I'm going to run this real quick to show you this. All right, so see, here, adjust the shot. Okay, now I got the drill on the shot, so I'm cutting my
You
head
gotta plug
off.
it in first.
Yeah, I gotta plug it in. So we got power right here. Oh. Okay, so let me raise the shot up a little here. Okay, there we go. All right, good. See what I did for monitoring? Look at what I did.
You put a mirror, guys. See that?
Use those,
Pretty cool.
Use those automotive, little square automotive mirrors. They work perfect. You know what's really cool I noticed about them when I took it out of its case to mount it? They're two-way, they're like sunglass mirrors. They're really, really dark.
Oh, yeah.
You can look right at the sun through those.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be painted on there.
What?
The
chrome?
the chrome, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
probably,
I'm
it's probably
sure it's
you know,
done some
sprayed.
kind of electrostatic process. Oh, shoot, I'm going to have to clean that magnet off. Yeah, I don't want to make it. So yeah, so ultimately, after I make the music video with the TVs, then we got to dismantle TVs. And in the process, I've got old stereos to dismantle, and we got all kinds of stuff to dismantle. And as it gets dismantled, I got to clean up, put up shelves, and you know, in that shop, and in this room over here, that shop out there is like carpentry. You know, it's like the heavy line shop out there.
Okay.
And then and this one back here is going to be my bedroom, what I'm using as a living room here, living room / bedroom. I don't need anything else. It's just me, right? Why do I need more than one facility?
Right.
Okay, so it goes back there in that room. This becomes full blown theater then, for entertaining purposes, and. All right. I wonder if it sounds like spinning. It'll damage that belt to take material off of it. That definitely holds the forces. All right, so here's I'll show you the force.
Man, I'm hurting.
New messages received from.
Still recording video. Okay, anyway, so check this out, Robbie. We'll bring the camera over here and show you. So now, you already know.
I ain't no dummy, man.
You got an intuition of physics, apparently. All right, so I'm just going to give it slow.
I don't want a BB in the eye.
Okay, see, so it starts to accelerate. Now, I noticed the steel ball bearings take a little bit of energy. You got to get up past, because when you start energizing the drill, the armature becomes magnetized. You got to get past that magnetism to get it to break. Come up for the ear force to do its work. There it is. Boom. So I did it really slow, so it didn't.
So it didn't take off. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Here, put this on there. There you go. And that'll keep it from jumping out.
It's like an 1/8 inch too big. Glue it though.
It's a microscopic, not even an 1/8 inch too big. It's a micron too big.
Well, then you should be able to fit that.
Arbor press I put it on there.
That thing is brass.
Then I wouldn't get it off.
Yeah.
Without cutting it.
Well, that brass will bend first.
Anyway, so yeah, I know it would.
So I got the idea. I know what you're doing.
Yeah. So,
now, if you magnetize, what happens now?
well, see, I was telling you what the effect is with the ball bearing. I use something not magnetizable, you know, a non
Stainless steel.
paramagnetic. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, if I use a diamagnetic, that's paramagnetic, and there's a magnetic, which is this stuff, or that stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so magnets is magnetic. Anyway, so I think I got that right. I better double check that one.
Yeah, that's a smart person because I don't know.
Anyway, so watch what happens. I'm going to raise it over my head, and there's a blast shield over there if you want. I'm going to shoot these BBs. Actually, no, I don't want to shoot BBs. I'll shoot some screws.
Dude, those are gonna stick in things. Okay, I'm out of here. Take another hit.
Well, just get behind it. Hide behind the swamp core real quick. Okay? Just load up. Okay, here we go. All right, like this.
I didn't hear nothing.
One got stuck. Well, it shot most of them, but one got stuck and got wedged in the threads.
Here.
Oh, two of them got wedged in the
I
threads.
should get it out of there.
Anyway, so the way this works, this is to demonstrate. This is an experimental demonstration of the motor transmission that the vorticil accelerator. Okay, imagine this. We use my hands. Okay, a core right at the bottom, right? And there's an array of these stacked yay high or so. We can do the math exactly how thick I want it yet. Okay, with windings on it. Okay, and it's a stepper motor, so it makes that material go. Okay.
Okay.
And because it's the shape, it goes that way as soon as you do. Okay, and it goes that way, gets angular momentum, generates what's known as relative mass as it's going around, and raises up with minimal negative forces towards the ground because it rises up.
So we're going to be hovering.
So it goes here like that, yeah. Then it hits another stage, which is a little steeper, and it goes up here, and it's another motor set running in another frequency. It hits that and goes even faster.
So we
It
go
goes
higher.
up, and it goes up to a bigger one,
Okay.
but it's got another motor set. It's got an even higher frequency, so it goes, ooh, it's really fast. When it finally gets up to the top, it's like nearly 90 degrees. Like from in a distance this far, you know, we're only talking about a couple microns of a taper difference. So you're just almost 90 degrees, but just enough where that material, you get up there to like orders of magnitude of velocity. So we take like the speed of sound this way. We get the speed of sound this way with, say, 100 kilograms of mass. What do you think happens? Well, 100 kilograms traveling at the speed of sound is what? You want to know the kinetic units? 1/2 of the mass times its velocity squared.
This is why I dropped out of
Okay,
school,
see,
man.
1/2 of so
It's
if we just do it with straight SI units, we go force equals mass times velocity, and mass in kilograms and velocity in meters per second. Okay, meters per second. We use the sound as a
You're
reference.
speaking Chinese to me.
1,000 meters per second. The speed of sound at sea level.
We
That's
can already
moving
fly
pretty
faster than
fast.
that.
Oh yeah. But I was just using that as a reference for velocity for the sake of making the
Okay.
math easy.
You're still talking
Okay.
Spanish to
See
me.
what I'm saying? So the math can be done in your head.
Chinese.
We got 1,000.
You can be done in your head.
1,000 meters per second. Okay, that's how fast we're moving.
That's a fucking fast we
The
have.
force of the material, the amount of force in kilograms force is equal to its mass times its velocity. Is that mass being in kilograms?
So is that how aliens move so fast?
1 kilogram times 1,000 is how many? It equals a relative mass of 1,000 kilograms. So in other words, 1 kilogram
Times 1,000
maybe that's I don't know.
is 1,000 kilograms.
Is 1,000 kilograms if it's moving the speed of sound. So you take, I don't know if that's a kilogram, but assuming that's a kilogram.
Yeah.
Presume, let's say we measure it and that's a kilogram. Assuming, what's his name? When a superhero comes along and goes and throws it at the speed of sound, okay, traveling at the speed of sound, when it leaves his hands, okay, and before it slows down, has a chance to slow down, it will have a relative mass of 1,000 kilograms.
Right.
Okay, so what do you think of that 1,000 kilograms happens when it goes around a corner?
Oh shit, that's some G forces right there.
Yeah, now see, like this. So we did a Twitter poll, put it out there on Twitter. Race car driver. Oh, no, how about stunts? I didn't do it as a stunt. I used race car driver, but how about stunt driver? Stunt promoter gets this idea in his head. Yeah, I want to have some driver. Imagine a big Texan dude. Yee-haw! Okay. Big Tex. All right. So imagine, okay, he wants to promote a stunt show. Okay, so he gets this idea. Well, I want to have this driver come 250 miles an hour around this loop-de-loop, which has a 9.8 foot radius.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, that's 3 meters. That's 3 meters. Okay. Yeah,
That's going to shoot him out the other side like 3 times faster.
Comes out to like 86 point, I don't remember the exact numbers, 80 some odd meters per second.
That's going to
86 some odd.
zoom.
Yeah, it's fast.
I don't even think a human can hold on to
it's
that.
that 9.8 radius. Wow. Okay, so the stunt promoter goes, well, let's order 25,000 tons of concrete. Okay, 25,000 tons of concrete to make this loop-de-loop. So he orders the loop-de-loop, gets the loop-de-loop made. Okay. So now here we have a question. We have a driver. The stunt promoter starts asking for a driver. He's got the loop-de-loop made. He's got it, the auditorium, got the yard. He's starting to get to promote. He wants to promote, but he needs a driver first. So he starts to advertise for a driver. Okay, so here he is looking for a driver. Wait, what do you think the force is going around that loop?
A lot.
In newtons, it's over.
I mean, a jet does 2, I think 2 or 3 Gs.
It's over. Oh,
right?
well, here.
I think a jet does like 3 Gs. And if you hold it too long, you pass the fuck out.
It was a lot.
But this happens right now. It's not slow. It's zip.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. The Gs are, there's probably 15, 20 Gs.
Oh, more than that.
And your neck's going to be in your ass.
It's more than 15 or 20 Gs.
Your neck's going to be in your ass.
I just watched the documentary. A human body, they found, can handle up to 50 Gs if it's the short term. The shorter the term, the more likely it can handle it. Anyway, here's some of my notes involving the vortex field accelerator right here.
It's Chinese to me,
A little
man.
bit of math. But you look
It's
at
Chinese to me.
Look at the pictures, though. Just see the pictures. And then I'm showing the camera, too, so whether it's Chinese or not. See, here it is. To orders of magnitude, hits the tight radius, gives off its energy, extract the conserved momentum that occurs when the Coriolis force causes the conversion from horizontal angular momentum into linear momentum, and then it's taken off and extracted.
It's going to come back in an oblong shape.
The conserved momentum there is extracted right here at the super tight radius, where it gives it off in orders of magnitude of centrifugal force. Okay, force 1. If force 1 is greater than force 2, here's force 2. The recollection, it's slowed down, so it's first
that would be tighter, man. It would come up real tight.
See, that's the thing, is it? If you think of this, okay, and you do that, okay, and you come off of the angle here, like this, okay, this is what's happening. When it comes off the top, it's going zip, 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 and it's coming off in here, and it's hitting this here. It comes off at an angle, already presets it for a recollection back into the horizontal angular momentum.
And someone that's holding that ball is going to have to be strong as fuck.
Well, that's the thing. Well, that's not the ball. The whole construction is
ball.
done. The whole thing is made out.
The
whole thing is made out of layered laminated material because it has to have electromagnets all the way around. So it works in space.
When you test it.
So it works in space. Okay. So now, anyway, so yeah, basically though, that's how it works. It's the little pulley and the big pulley.
Now, is there something coming down the center of that?
No, this is going up. This is what. Remember?
Because that ball.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, that was your magnet stuff.
Yeah, I know. Just put it in there. But watch. It's still there.
Most of it.
On the magnet.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, see now you get it.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, now here's this one. See? You got it, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is a model of that gives me an opportunity to create some action in here, to measure forces, to measure how much, so you use different materials and measure resistances and stuff across to the arc so I can get some actual numbers on that. Right. See what I'm saying? So I can do the actual math to actually do the engineering because we're an engineer who has used physics all our life to invent for mankind, because I need a ride and I don't want to use wheels. I'm tired of rubber. I don't want to use rockets. I want to fly. I don't want to use helium.
I'm all for it, man.
I don't want to use big propellers. Don't want to use nothing of that. And I don't want to use a bunch of radioactive creating electromagnetic fields.
Right.
Okay? We want to use the holy grail of propulsion, which has been known
for a long time.
Well, it's been known about its forces. What's not been known is how to use them, how to bias the energy. See, it's been called inertial propulsion. Inertial is right. like inert gases. It don't do much. Go on the website. Go on psa.anoldmasterjukes and look at some of those videos I embedded.
I'm gonna go sit down. I'll go online.
Yeah, and then
But my feet are killing me.
not currently built, it's going to be a social network. People go get their space name, which everybody's a member of Public Space Association because everyone occupies space.
PSA.
Yeah, so yeah, well that's PSA, but we got Public Space Association.space currently in beta right now. So it's got a donate button there. You can go there and donate. You can donate.
I don't make money.
Well, I'm just telling well, I know. Look, I'm making a video. Look, see, the camera's running.
Have
see
fun.
what I'm saying?
See you later.
Okay. So I'm just telling everybody. So anyway, you see how it could work, right, Robbie? Fourth one. Oh, you're gonna be back over when? Yeah, I need to finish it up, and then we got bring the swamp cooler well underway. We got to put a piece on the top. All right, so. All right. Well, I need some liquids, Beans. Thirsty. I'm thirsty. And, here's these. Hang these up so they don't go off. All right, so. Here's this. Let's get back on the project here. Put this stuff away for a minute. Okay, so now, that was good. We got to show people some of that stuff. So we click this. This will be, yeah, it's a life recycled anyway. Yeah, so that's what we're doing is a life recycled here. Oh. Hey, boo. Hey, come on in for a minute. You're looking for lighters in the truck? Oh. Yeah. Oh, you're headed to the library? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I had to go to Walmart and go get some bread. We're out of wheat bread. Oh. That's my favorite peanut butter jelly bread. So oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't care if I spend $3 on it. I mean, it's almost like my treat instead of eating cake and ice cream. I eat a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Right. Right. Better for me, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Might not well, let my bowels be good, but you know. The peanut butter isn't bad for you. If I found the spring I needed for that switch, you know where it came from? Where? I needed a 10 kilogram Ford spring. This is about my scale tops out at 10 kilograms. And it overloads the scale, so it's just a little over 10 kilograms. So anything over 10 kilograms that's not too strong to have to push the thing blowing the thing apart is perfect. So that's it. This is about 11. My best guess is about 11. I might have to cut that thing down. No, it's perfect. That's it. Yeah, if you put it to that, you still got 11. I was just wondering if it was going to fit in there. That's where I get my 11 kilograms. everybody. See you later. Boy, he kids around a lot. Alright, anyway, this is ready, dry, done. Let's I need liquid. Here, take a break. Right, well, so I got something to drink. We're back. Got that attached, so this spring would be that. It holds that spring. That rides in the cradle. That works real nice. Okay, real nice. Okay, we just action the switch just now. Okay, so there. It's straight over the top. Okay, so we could go show this to Phil like this, but you know what we could do? We could cut. Oh yeah, here. We've flattened this out. And cut it off. Then we need to straighten it still. And then you know what we get to do is we get to accentuate the action a little. Oops, darn it. Well, now we get to do it that way. Actually, that's working just fine like that, huh? Well, maybe we don't need that. So maybe what we do, we got to figure out how to attach this. Maybe we can just use clips or something. Make some clips, spring clips that go over the top. Yeah, so just some spring clips put together without the spring. Okay. And hold it together. That. And then here we could do this. Give it a concave. We give it just a little extra booster. With the spring and the okay, so now. Alright, so now. Okay. So yeah, we could rely on that now too, then to give us a. Well, we just got that magnet stuff everywhere now. Well, it's alright. It'll collect back up, and we're gonna make some more. Don't worry about that. We didn't miss nothing. Some more. All right. So now let's, all we need is a clips. Or just something to go over the top. What do we got? That's springy like that. There's a snake, electrical snake. We have, from the, there we go. You know what this is from? This is from windshield wiper blades. I always save them all, every single one. Why? I'm not a hoarder. I'm a scientist that needs parts that operates off of junk. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, like that. I'll just make a clip. So what we want to do is give it primary tension. Yay. We need to use physics math for this. Where we used the physics was here. We measured with a scale. You saw me do it. to arrive at how much we needed. And we went and sought out the spring we needed. We went and bought the spring because we didn't have one. So we ended up buying a toilet paper roll. Had the perfect spring in it. So anyway, here. And then what we're going to do is give this a hook and go underneath there. So we want this to do a hook first. Just a little hook. Okay. Go underneath. Okay. And then what I want to do is right there, right at that edge, mark it with my thumb on this side. Pull it up there and go right there. You want to do a 90-degree right angle of that thickness right there. Okay. And we get that. Okay, now. Alright, now we're just going to use this as a break and make our bend right there. What's it? We need something a little bit more to hold it though. So we'll get it with these, clamp it, and bend it there, and we got our mark. And then all we're going to do is make 2 of these for the model for the next one. Same hook work on the other side, or not. Let's put it on backwards and find out. So here's one side, and then the other side, no, it won't, yeah, it will, there, no, it's a different length. Okay, so it's specific to the length. Well, here's an idea. I could take advantage of this hinge thing. That's a good idea. Actually, both sides do work. Alright, so yeah. And then we're going to deburr this with a little sandpaper before we're done. Okay, here. It's about the same. And then that's where we cut. Spread it out better, and then we'll shape it. Okay. Oh, look, it broke. Ah, darn it. It broke. Because I bent it too sharp of the corner. But you can see how that worked, huh? It worked real nice. Once we get one that'll work. Alright, here. You take this one that's got this bend on it, where it broke, and tighten that bend. Okay, so it replaces that one. I'm going to start over. First bend it so sharp this time. Alright, keep a little spring action on there. And then actually, watch this spring. Spring steel. It only springs so much. Okay, now there's one. Try it out. Okay. Okay. Boom, baby. Alright, so now we'll just make a duplicate of this one. Where's the rest of the frame? Oh, right here. Alright, so now we know we just go boom, boom, boom. Okay, 1 and 2. Now let's put it together with the spring. Try it out with the spring in there. And you know what I could do? We could put also, we could put a stopper on the lid too, help that out. Let it pinch a little more. How much? Now there's a place we can measure. Do we have a measuring tool for that? We do. Yeah, how about this? We got one of these. Cool. So valuable. Okay, here, this is a micrometer that makes a measurement depth. Okay, so let's just measure how much we got. We'll push it down there. Let's see, hold it down with something. We'll line that up there like that. We'll push this pin. Oh, here we're going to put it down through the middle. How about that? Like that. And we'll put this across the top like that. Okay. Spin that in there. Okay, that's about it. Now what we got? Let me go to the light and read it. 0.05. That's a quarter of an inch. Okay. So, yeah, we got about a quarter of an inch to play with here. Yeah. Okay, so what have we got that's a quarter of an inch? A quarter 20 nut would work. Oh, what do we got a quarter 20 nut? Quarter 20 nuts right here. There's a quarter 20 nut right there. So yeah, let's then we use our funky dividers again to find their spot. Okay, so we'll push down the bobble and we'll just measure like this. And then we're here. Okay. And then we'll do this. Put this here. So the nut is on right there. Right here. Okay, and that'll give me just a little bit more. Push. And it won't take up any more because all it's doing is taking and smashing and meeting the two pieces together. So let's stick it with some, stick them. Oh, there's this falling on the floor getting broken. How about that? So let's see, where's the piece of stick 'em at? Stick 'em. Alright, so it's not heated so much this time. There we go. Let that cool off and we're done there. Okay. There we go. Now, when it goes together, it'll have a little extra poop. So, let's try it out. Here, let me take it to water. Okay, now. Okay, I just heard the switch open up. Okay, that hook needs a little more doodah there. Try this one. Alright, what we need to do here is do just a little bit of trim work here. Get this weird edge off of here. And around the corners a little. A little boob on the corners. And then this can trim off too. Now, put this on here. The wrong one. Okay, that one works. Oh, well, not quite. Okay, we're going to make some adjustments here. I'm going to take this one in a little. Take this one in some more. That ought to make that one work. Is the hose kink? The hose is supposed to kink. that's the way to do it. Put it on the table. And you know, the way as hard as this is to put together, I might decide we need to figure out a way to mount it after it's put together. Maybe we just make it a plug-through box. Oh, that would be even better. Well, no, it needs to be mounted on the thing. Okay, so anyway. It's tricky alignment here. There it goes. Okay, now we need the lid piece, hook. Okay. Okay, and then the other one. This one needs a little more work. Okay. That's how to do it. Use this side and just pin that on there. That's the helper piece right there. This one needs help too. So this one needs more of that. And then, okay. This is so tough. Just because of the balance, the arrangement here. You need this to help. This will help stabilize it. Let's stick it together. Okay. No, it's not. Come on. Alright, take it. It worked without it. I'm just going to take it out.